So no, I think Indian economy again outperformed its peers, not just this year, but the last previous few years. And you see that growth has consistently remained over 6%, and we believe this will continue in 2024 and 2025 as well. Several factors. India, unlike many other countries like Brazil and others, India, although inflation was relatively high, didn't have to raise rates as much, and inflation has come down quite a bit since our last report, and that has allowed government to sustain the fiscal support that it needed. We didn't see significant fiscal adjustments or fiscal sort of retrenchment in India. In fact, fiscal support is still pretty strong, we'd say. And overall, I think domestic consumption is growing. Household spending, the ability for household to spend has grown. Employment situation has improved quite a bit. So we are very optimistic about actually India's growth outlook in the near term. So, and this is again a region in the world right now where it is becoming a major source of growth. What we saw in the past, East Asia was the major driver of growth, but now we see that a little bit of shift towards South Asia. South Asia being the driver of economic growth going forward.
Thank you. Yes, Alan.
I just wanted to add.
Yeah, oh yes, please go ahead.
Right. You were asking about risks and I'm not sure that 7.7%, 6.3%, 6.2%, and 6.6% is exactly holding something back. So in fact, I think one would, in a kind of abstract sense, one would run the risk of overheating an economy if you grew at much faster rates of the size and complexity of India. But I think among the factors Hamid was mentioning, the government has also recently modified its tax collection systems, and those have also certainly helped and given a more sort of stable playing field for businesses and other initiatives to progress. Some of the risks are actually more global in nature, and India still remains a very largely farm-based economy in many senses, and being in the tropics, it is very vulnerable to climate change, and El Nino is a recurrent phenomenon, but exacerbated by climate change. And so should there be a shock to agricultural production, this could cause a major disruption in the economy. We don't anticipate such a shock, but should there be one, this could be problematic. One of the reasons that the consumer price index in India remained relatively within bounds, allowing this the central bank to not raise interest rates too much, was that food prices and fuel prices remained relatively stable. So any shock on those lines would boomerang through the economy.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.